Well, this one right here is pretty nasty. You can tell I've been busy and ain't been able to wash it. Look at that thing. Ah, she's dirty. I'll link up the cleaner I'm using and the foam I'm using in the description below. And if something's really nasty, I like to spray it down with this cleaner first, then come back and foam it. So I'm not really doing a full-blown detail on it. I'm just kind of knocking the yucky off because I'm going to put them up for a while. Who knows the last time I'll use them. That's my right, my Allet Uplift C34 Allet. That's my Massport. They're on the website, and that's my Y Bravo. So I'll let that sit for a few minutes, let it do its thing, and again, I mean, it's no telling when I'll use these mowers again, so I'm gonna put them up clean, and that way when I get them back out, they'll be ready to rock and roll. So you can see we're at full capacity. I got this little trailer loaded down. Well, there you go. Hey there, it's Pete. You ain't gonna do that. You can't do that.
Okay, sorry. I'll look away.
Hey there, it's Pete with GCI Turf. Hope you're having a great day today. And Tammy and Jack's right here on the, what are we gonna call this? I mean, I like home.
Well,
obviously.
that's what it's gonna be.
That fits, but homestead, the farm, the dirt.
No, don't
That's
say the
kind
word.
of stupid, ain't it?
Yeah, it is stupid.
So I don't know. Y'all comment below. Tell me what you want to call the place. Today, I'm out here looking for what kind of weeds I'm going to have to deal with when I do my renovation. What I did last night was I started moving stuff over. Brought my mowers over, and then that was a full load, and then we brought another full load over, just stuff, house stuff. And so we got the barn going, everything's being loaded up. We've started the actual moving process of getting stuff out of our home. Now we're right here where the house is going to be. So we'll check this part out first and see what I'm going to have to deal with as far as weeds go. So I think I'm about center house. Wouldn't you say this is pretty close?
I think so.
I think this is close to where the actual center of the home is going to be. And I think John made a comment and asked, would Tammy and I take you through the type of house we're going to build and show the process and all that? Of course we will. And Tammy's going to get on the camera with joy, with unfiltered joy, and tell you all about this house. So I think I'm right in the center of the home. So as I look around the outskirts, there's nothing but woods, okay? This is virgin ground. Nothing's really ever been done out here. So the weeds I'm going to have to deal with are minimal, okay? Now, when they start coming in doing construction, they're going to have trucks out here. They're going to be taking trees down. Dirt's going to be brought in. There's all kinds of things that are going to happen. So the potential for somewhere along the lines for weeds to be introduced is highly likely, okay? Just because I'm out here on virgin ground don't mean I ain't gonna deal with weeds out here, because the chances are I'm going to. Trucks riding down the road, picking up stuff off the road on the tires and riding through. You name it. Birds flying over, pooping. You know, anything can happen. Jack, you think that's funny? Birds poop, man. That's what they do. they'll eat stuff, and then it gets in their system and they poop it, and then there you go. It'll be minimal weeds here, depending on the ground the dirt that I bring in. But at the end of the day, nothing's perfect. You're going to deal with weeds, even in a totally and completely virgin piece of ground. Weeds are likely to happen. So this is like in a little secluded field. I'm gonna say this field's roughly an acre, maybe a touch short of an acre. But out here, as far as the weeds go, I'm seeing Japanese stilt grass. I'm seeing thistle, Dallas grass. There's some nimblewheel, lespedeza, a little bit of clover right there. Still haven't seen what I'm looking for, so let's walk around and see if we can find it. There's some nutsedge right there, a couple of dandelions over here. This, I have no idea what this is. If some of you want to help identify that, I don't have a clue what that thing is. You can see it's very soft and pliable. I have no clue. Johnson grass. You see right here, I got stuff like this. Pile of old sawmill lumber I got to clean up. And then look right over here, see all this, that's a fallen down tree over here that I got to cut up and get all that crap out. And of course, all this in the middle, all that's going to go. So what do you think? What do you think about the new place? Huh? You think it's going to be fun out here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You excited about it?
Yeah.
And you don't sound real excited. But you can see what we're dealing with out here. It's just a plethora of weeds. Another big old pile to clean up. Basically got a whole field of salad patch. Japanese stilt grass mainly, and a little bit of Dallas out here. Plantain right there, but I still have not found what I'm looking for. Now I'll show you this. That might be something I have to deal with out here. Of course, that's the only spot I've seen them so far, right here, and some around the building where they dug out, but the field area, I don't know what's under the ground, so we'll find out. Actually quite a bit of fescue out here. Now this isn't turf type fescue like is desired for a yard. This is more of a field grass fescue, kind of clumpy, and definitely don't want that. Nimblewheel again, stilt grass all throughout here, clover, Johnson grass, a little bit of orchard grass out here. So this is kind of out in the front yard, and same thing. A bunch of stilt grass out here, a little bit of fescue, lespedeza. Yeah, it's just a plethora of different things. Now I do know one thing, I need to get in bush hog this thing, because all these trees out here are gone. I mean, they're not gone now, but they're going to be gone. Because all the way from the road where that row of pines at, all the way down, all these trees are going to be gone. I'm going to leave one buffer of trees along the road. You can see some of the bigger ones. I'm going to leave those for a buffer. But all of this out here is going to be grass, the whole entire thing. So I need to get in bush hog this because the guy scheduled to come out and take all this out before too much long, a couple of weeks from now. And I'll try to get out here with a drone. He's got a big track hoe and a dozer, and to do all this. I can't do this kind of work. I mean, look at the size of that tree. I mean, the biggest thing I have is that John Deere tractor, and it won't even take that down. So need some heavy equipment out here, and he's going to take care of that. But I want to bush hog all this and get it kind of cleaned up before he gets started. Now we're up here at the road. There's one of the roads right there in the intersection, and looking out back down across what's going to be the front yard. And basically still the same thing. Thistle, big old chunks of fescue, plantains in here, nimblewheel again. And here's a good shot. I have no clue what this thing is. Absolutely no clue. If somebody knows, please tell me. Whatever it is, I have quite a bit of it through here. This little front section out here and kind of down along beside the actual road, I come out with the Ventrac in the flail mower the other day and was able to just kind of start getting it cleaned up a little bit, more so to ride around looking for this weed I'm looking for, and still haven't found it. Luck of the draw has it, I have not seen it yet. Now I'm right here at the gate, and when we get down here, you know, somebody that maybe is not trained might look at that right there and say, well, that's what you're looking for, Pete, but that's not it. That resembles what I'm looking for, but that's not actually what I'm looking for. Let's go out to the road and see if we can find any. And let's walk up the road here and see what we see. Lespedeza, Dallas grass. Oh, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. Right here. See, along the edge of the road, this little bit of a lighter shade. Oh, snap. There it is. That's what I'm hunting. Common Bermuda, baby. Woohoo! I got some. Just a little tiny bit right along the road right here. And it doesn't appear to come over inward. Doesn't appear to come. It's just localized right there on the edge of the road. Dallas grass, buckhorn plantain. Oh, I don't even know what that one is. The good thing is it's not actually out in here. I've just got this little teeny tiny strip of it right here along the road. So how do you identify Dallas grass? Well, it'll be a big chunk that will kind of fan out like that, and then it's got these big gnarly looking seed heads on it. Look at that right there. I mean, nasty looking stuff. And of course that is of no concern to me. Dallas grass, I can control that really easily. But the Bermuda, a little bit of a different story. So what's the point of the video? The point is I'm looking for the hardest weed to control. Now, technically it's a grass. Okay, Bermuda is a grass. It's grown on golf courses and athletic fields, and you know, a lot of you guys that watch have a Bermuda turf in your yard, in your residential yard. And I have it at my shop, Tiff Tuff, and it's drop dead gorgeous when it's where it belongs, you know what I mean? And if I'm gonna have a field full of fescue right here, I don't want it in my fescue. It's the devil, it's evil, as far as that's concerned. So I've walked the entire property, and luckily and fortunately, I only have that little tiny bit out at the road to contend with. You know, is this going to be an ongoing process? Well, absolutely it is. Common Bermuda is the single hardest thing to control in a cool season turf, based on my opinion and based on doing it for 20 years. It's just extremely difficult to control over a long period of time. And of course, they make different controls for it, and you have to kind of stay on top of that. But to permanently 100% eliminate it for all of eternity, it's extremely difficult to do. So if you are going into a situation to where you want to renovate or start over from scratch, or you're building a new home, any of those kind of things, I've got a renovation guide. I'll link it up in the description below. It'll take you through step by step by step every single last little detail you ever want to know about how to start your yard over from scratch. And of course, I'm going to do that out here, but it's going to be a while, probably at least a year. Today's July 4th, by the way, Happy Independence Day. It's July 4th today. I would say at least a year from now, and the fall after, the fall following next July 4th, maybe we'll break ground out here on the actual yard. Got a lot to do, well to be dug, house to be built, irrigation to put in, the whole 9 yards. So fortunately, I'm not going to really have to deal with a lot of Bermuda problems. And of course, I haven't been out in the trees in the field and looking over every square inch, so it could potentially be a little bit out there. I don't know. But from the areas I have walked, which is most of it, I've only found that one little spot out there. So I'm pretty tickled with that. So be sure and like, subscribe, and share. Tell all your buddies. Pete's building a new home and going to have a really big front yard, so you don't want to miss it. As always, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch. I'll check you later.